I mean, I haven't figured out if he's a genius or a donkey yet.
Welcome to Poker Genius or Donkey. It's the poker show where you watch me play the micro stakes and judge my play, genius or donkey. I'm down here in the cutoff, ace queen. All right, so we're going to start out right away with a raise, I believe. Yeah, under the gun. This guy plays way too many hands, like 48% of hands, and raises about 15%. So let's bring up his HUD stats. Bring that down. Hands played, 147. So I don't have a huge sample size, but that pre-flop raise, 15%. But here's my decision making. Then I brought it all the way over to here. Early position, he actually raises 39%, which is really high. But remember, I only have 147 hand samples. So out of 18 times he was in early position, he's raised a bunch of times. He might be one of those players who thinks he can steal from under the gun. So let's bring it around to me, see what I do, and I put in a 3-bet, 19 cents. So it's, basically times 3. It's pretty standard. Don't really know what he's going to do. Now, at the time, I didn't have any information on him on folding to a 3-bet. And then what happens when we go past the button and the small blind? Small blind with a small stack. He's got only 50 big blinds total. He calls. So this is where the hand completely changes for me. I'm like, what can he possibly have here? This guy plays 34% of his hands. He only raises 13%. He's calling. What does he have? A pair? So it the steal idea from this guy was the original idea, and maybe get him off his hand post-flop in position, but he's kind of ruined it. So what happens? He, under the gun guy, folds. So king 6, and he gets the first move. He checks it. What am I going to do here? I have the ace of hearts, which is kind of important. Now, if he has a pair, is he going to fold it? No. We have 46 cents in the pot. 87 cents is what he's got. So it's what we call a 2 SPR pot. See, 46 times 2 is about 92. He's got 87. So you get it? 2 SPR. 2 stack to pot ratio. 2 stack, 1 pot. Got that? All right. So that means I kind of need top pair, to jam it in there, because any bet I make here, if he calls it, then what? So I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to have to take a free card. Hopefully it'll be a heart or an ace. A queen is nice. He might donk out having a king here, hoping I go crazy. But anyways, let's see what happens. I do check it, indeed. And we go to the turn, which is a 6. So very interesting. Does he have a 6? Does he have a king? He could certainly have pairs, 7s through maybe jacks or 10s. So 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. What does he do? He just checks it. And I check it because same thing. What's going to give me value here? Ace, jack? But it doesn't matter. It's just a chop. Ace, jack is a chop now. So I don't know. All right. So, and the river is a 7, and he checks it again. So should I go for value here or blow him off a chop? Ace, jack, ace 10. I don't know. Judge my play, genius or donkey, and I just check it. I checked it, and let's flip up his cards. He's got the jack 9 of spades. Makes sense. These types of players, they just can't fold things. Let's bring up his HUD stats. So here are his HUD stats. All right, so what has he got? He wants to play lots of hands, 34%, but pre-flop raise, not much. Jack 9 suited is just so pretty to him. Now, here's what made me make my decisions along the way. Donk bet, 40% of the time he donk bets. C-bet 69% of the time. So on that kind of board, King 6, I thought he might try to donk bet or bet at some point, but with King 6 and 2 hearts, he's just got that kind of hand that he's not going to put an extra chip in the pot. So there's really no point of going for value on the end. That's my decision. No point for going for value on the end because he's either got me beat, pairs. We talked about it, 7s through 10s. He's got a pair that he's like, oh, it's better than 6s, so he comes up with a call. Or it's a chop. He might not fold a chop. Or it just is what it is. He's got a crappy hand, and I get to take the pot. So thanks for watching the show. Leave me a comment, judge my play, genius or donkey, and click subscribe.
I haven't figured out if he's a genius or a donkey yet.